Chapter 7. What do you mean there's another realm? Rearing off to the end. Elf Country. The elves had been training hard and always being prepared for anything, and stealth training was the ninjas' day and night. The faces sometimes would linger in the rose field from the time to time due to the smell was a fascinating aphrodisiac, relaxing their minds and unclouding themselves, almost therapeutic. Sometimes they'd gather fruits and berries for their food storage. Word had spread throughout all the lands about Rodney's great escape, as they were all calling it, but no one knew where or why, or even thought he knew how to access the portal to the mortal realm. So they were astonished as well as confused at the same time. People were talking about the mermaids of the Crystal Magic Lake, but no one knew about what, as all they heard was prepare and be prepared. As they jumped in the water with their blue, green, purple, and neon blue fins, as they were sitting on the edge of the seashore moments before, as they usually do, only come out in the evenings, but this time was only for about 4:30 p.m. Merland. The mermaids, mermen, and water creatures. Page 123. All the tropical fish in schools, scurrying and swimming about the sea. The seahorses of all colors hanging around the corrals and reefs, dolphins swimming and watching their young. A girl and a boy play and swim about as mom and dad laugh and look at each other proud as they raise good mammals. You had known ones as the dolphins twins were Cheshire being the boy and Sapphire being the girl. As then you have Cheech the hippie turtle, and Chong, the clownfish who's lost some brain cells at birth. The dolphin mom and dad was Chaz and Bailey. And last but never least, the fat crab, they would call him Trigger. A very comical group, full of mystery, and they watched everything around them. Hey, watch this! Moments as many laughters would appear. One time Cheech turned around quickly and knocked Chong in the side of the head with his fin, leaving him shaking his head and being dizzy, adjusting his eyes, as Cheech would always reply with, "Oh man, my bad. I didn't see you there." Wildlife matters. As he'd reply with, "Yeah, I bet that." With that sad, side-eye, stink-eye look, and went off into the fog, clouding, and then just disappeared. Crystal Magic Lake Springs. A gorgeous 12-foot tall waterfall lined with all sizes of rocks, all glittered with the tropical multicolored water. With 10 feet away was a 12-foot by 12-foot hot spring with tropical flowers and mushrooms sitting in a field. In the in the center of it all also were the secret, cloaked, and protected wildlife sanctuary and safe haven home called Noah's Ark, as every wildlife animal you could think of, except for spiders and snakes, as there were none. Ha. A huge 24-acre wildlife village with caves, tree houses, and wooden bungalows as their homes. As sometimes wildlife be crazy, but the class clowns were Becker the skunk, Benny the bunny, Trevor the white bear, and Eddie the squirrel. They'd always go out of their way and to prank and mess with each other's minds and laugh.